What if how you make sense of the world gives you an immense inner strength to achieve your dreams and your goals? Let's welcome Stephen.
There are many students, there are many athletes, and there are many mental conditions, but I'll just talk about one. Now, autism, or the autism spectrum disorder, refers to a range of conditions categorized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behavior, speech, and nonverbal communication, as well as unique strengths and differences. We now know that there is not one type, but many types of autism caused by different combinations of genetic and environmental influences. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna tell you a little about myself. I'm from San Jose, and as far as I know, I'm the only one in my family born and raised on the West Coast. I went to Monroe Middle School and graduated from Del Mar High in 2015. Yeah, Del Mar, boo, they suck, but hey, that's where I went. While I was there, I was a leader in the football program for all 4 years, and I played basketball there for 3 years. Currently, I'm in my last semester at San Jose City and plan to be at a 4-year school in the fall. Now, everyone be honest, who are the comic book people out there? That's it? All right, well, as we know, there are many heroes and there are many powers that are out there. One of my favorite characters is Cyborg from the Teen Titans and was recently in the Justice League movie. He was a top athlete before an accident forced him to have cybernetic parts replacing over 90% of his body. Now, there are ways that I can relate to him. I am an athlete. He is a machine, and on the field, I can sometimes be referred to as being the machine. and I have something that initially held me back, but I now use to my advantage. Now, as I said, I'm a current student athlete, and I will one day be a coach. I have autism. Asperger's, to be specific. Now, Asperger's syndrome is considered to be on the high-functioning end of the spectrum. Now, people with Asperger's are initially diagnosed with ADHD until it becomes clear that the difficulties come from an inability to socialize than an inability to focus. They may initiate conversations with facts related to a topic of interest and may lack the ability to see things from another person's perspective. Now, for you comic book people out there, like all powers, there are strengths and there are weaknesses. Now, some of my weaknesses are the fact that I can sometimes have a hard time focusing, and my kryptonite, I'm not as social as others. But some of the strengths being that even at the age of 21, I still have an incredible imagination, which is kind of crazy. Crazy because that's supposed to go away. And I have a superhuman focus on things that I have an intense passion for. An example being that when I'm preparing for games, I can watch and correct the last game, scout the next team, write a scouting report, and put together a game plan in 1 to 2 days. Usually, it takes 2 to 3. Sometimes, if I'm bored enough, I can do it in a couple hours. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not as social as others unless I'm with people that I know. But something that until now no one knew is that there was a shame that I held in middle school because I didn't want anyone to know that I was different. But there was one person who said to see what it can do, not what it is. Use it as an advantage, a reason for success, not an excuse for failure. that also happened to be the one person we as people would do anything for. That person happens to be my mother. In the last few years, she supported everything, encouraged everything, and even though there were dark moments between us, she allowed me to stand and rise to get to where I am now. But before anything great could happen, I did have to get used to what I was going through. I was diagnosed in sixth grade, and as I said, I didn't want anyone to know because I would have been seen as and called many different things. The biggest one being different in a negative tone. Um, but I was able to. But recently, I was able to overcome all of my shortcomings by taking the same drive and passion that I have on the field and putting it in the classroom. And over the last couple years, I have started to interact with people more, and I'm able to focus better by making small movements that are often unnoticeable to others just to get myself back on track. Back in 2012, I also started training with a group of people that over 4 years would change the way I saw things and the way I did things. This was the San Jose Sabercats, who was a former arena football team and arena football champion. I was able to be on the field with them every day, where I learned what it meant and what it took to work to be the best. And the techniques that I needed to beat the person across from me every time. Which in football, there's not a second of the game where you're not at least trying to do that. And I was also able to be in meetings with the team every day, which taught me how to properly scout out other teams and be prepared for everything. And coming out of high school, I didn't really have that many options. I had 4 junior colleges and 1 NAIA, which, for those that don't know, are the 2 lowest divisions in college athletics. I didn't really want any of them, but with the path I created for myself, I didn't have a choice. But now, 3 years later, things are different. I will be at a 4-year school in the fall, and I currently have 6 more options than I did when I came out of high school. And last thing I'm going to leave you with is that there are many mental challenges out there, but mine is different. Mine allows me to. Mine brings me up so that I can rise above the rest.